Me and my husband have been seeing other people as part of us opening up our marriage, and we had to have a difficult conversation with our son who believed I had been cheating on his father. So for context, we have been open for 3 years. My husband and I are very happy, and we have been careful not to fall into the traps of breaking rules or boundaries, and we as a couple are doing fine. He has met some wonderful people, and so have I, who have become close friends us. We have been very lucky since we have avoided any bad actors so far, at least. But my son 2 months ago told my husband and had apparently believed that I was cheating on him. I am guessing he must have found out about one of my partners. My husband told me, and we decided to tell him and reassure him that we as a couple was doing fine and we loved him and nothing was going to change. He seemed very anxious to have the conversation end, and don't blame him since it was awkward even for us to have to tell him. I thought the conversation went as fine as it could with a teenage boy because he seemed calm and just said okay and never brought it up again. But last week one of my partners stopped by because I needed to borrow something, and he stopped by last Saturday to deliver it. My son was at home and my partner greeted him as he always does. They both enjoy music, have pretty much the same taste in music, and my partner asked him about a band that was supposed to be playing, and my son responded, "Yeah, I don't care, I know why you are really here, so don't talk to me," and he walked out. I had told my partner that we had informed our son about our lifestyle, but not with whom of course, and I had no idea he knew who I was seeing. He is the only one my partners he knows, and we have never done anything in our house and have no idea how my son came to find out. My son blocked him on FB and hardly speaks that much to me or my husband anymore. He views everyone with suspicion, including my husband's best friend, who has no idea we are non-monogamous. He is of course a teenager, but he has never acted in this way before, and he refuses to talk to anybody. We have put our lifestyle on hold and have not seen anyone since that outburst, nor do we plan to until we find some way to resolve this. I honestly want to ask for advice on how to handle this, if anyone else had to have this difficult conversation with their sons or daughters. ETA. How old the son is? He is 15, will be 16 in a few weeks actually, which he reminded me of when he said he did not want to celebrate his birthday. He just seems anxious, and he only eats when we are done so he can eat by himself, and we tried something stupid, and that was to say to him that he should sit down and eat with us and that his behavior was not acceptable. But then he refused to eat altogether and only ate at school, and even brought food from school in his backpack and ate in his room. How did the son find out? Oh, I don't blame him for finding out, because I think I know how, since I remember he borrows my iPad from time to time. And if I had stupidly forgot to log out of my other account, which I never forget but I might have one time, I don't even want to think about what he saw. Having partners in the house. We never have people running in and out of the house at all. The one partner I mentioned is the only one since my son has known him for many years, as we have done. He is the same age as my husband and my husband trusts him, and so do I. He has been a family friend that happens to be my partner. He is an open relationship as well. His wife is aware of me and there has been no drama between us. He is the only one who stops by, which he does once in a while, but never for sex, and certainly not on a Saturday afternoon with my son home. We usually find a place to be together outside of our home to precisely avoid this, and my husband does the same with his partners. On how the son is acting. Yeah, he is not really rude either. That one comment towards my partner is really the only real comment that he has made. He is not rude, he just don't want to talk to us about anything anymore. I tried carefully to ask him how his day was, and he just said fine, and those are the answers I have been getting, either yes or no answers and fine. He used to talk to me about difficult things, and now he just seems to have lost all trust in me and his father. My husband has tried to talk to him as well, but he does not want to share anything with him either.
Relevant comments. Torah reader. That's a pretty extreme response, to be honest. When I was about his age, I had a massive reveal in my family as well. It made me distrust a lot of people, but after a bit, my grandmother basically got to the point that she couldn't talk to me, so I needed to see someone. I resented being put in therapy for about a month. My grandma made it clear that she loved me and was there for me, but whatever was happening was something she could see. I didn't want to discuss with her. But holding in the pain and anger and betrayal is unhealthy. My therapist eventually got me to a point where I could have a discussion with those who were involved in the big issue. It was hard and awkward, but it worked. I was about 13 at the time, so a bit younger. Is there a parent he's closer to? Could one of you offer to sit with him, just you all, and present your concerns? Son, your parent and I are worried about you. We know the reveal is hard, and we don't expect you to accept and love the situation. But we've been this way for a while. If you won't talk with us about it, is there someone you can? We're worried about you. Something like that. Also, it may just be a situation of wait it out, depending on how long this is going to go on.
OP. He just seems dead set on keeping quiet and refuses to engage with us all, and it seems he has decided to keep his head down. There is one adult, but me and my husband are hoping to God he does not share this with him, and that is my husband's brother, who is the polar opposite of my husband. My husband's brother is like all men in my husband's family, military or former military. It's a military family, and my father-in-law gave my husband hell when he was my son's age because he broke the tradition. He became an academic. However, my son my father-in-law treats like a son almost. I just pray he does not mention this to them.
I_caught_fire. Kind of a nightmare situation for me as our son is getting older. The wife and I have very different views on open marriage, and I see this conversation exploding. Hope the best for you, as I have to see this in our future.
OP. Yeah, it's been hard. He is gonna be 18 in 2 years, and he seems to wanna do one thing just to spite me, and that is join the army. He knows I'm a pacifist and don't want him in the army. My husband's brother is in the service, and he was always very similar to him in many ways. I hope we can resolve this, and hopefully that he understands in 2 years. Because I have a feeling he has just decided to keep his head down, which is how he has been acting. Avoiding me and my husband as much as possible while focusing on himself, and then just stay quiet until he turns 18 so he can run off to the army. I am terrified and mean no disrespect to those that serve. I am just terrified of him joining for the wrong reasons, especially if it is to spite me and his father. Update. Hi, I am the OP. I lost my password to the account because Google Chrome did not store the password. Just wanted to say that the last few months have been difficult. He has been giving us the silent treatment except when we ask him to do anything, chores or homework, that kind of thing. I can't complain about him since he cleans his room, does the dishes when it's his turn, and for a teenage boy very responsible. But he seems to be just keeping his head down and refuses to engage with us. He has at least decided he can sit at the same table with us and eat dinner again, which took 3 months to happen. We tried after 2 months after writing the post to slowly ease him into the conversation and tried to explain, but he was not very receptive and did not respond at all to anything we were saying. We also apologized if he felt lied to and told him sorry, that he was led to believe that I had been cheating on his father and that I love his father and we are not splitting up. He had known about my partner for quite a while, longer than I realized. He had known about it for almost 4 months and had been agonizing on how to tell his father, and in that time a lot of anger and resentment towards me had been festering. He at least answers his father now in full sentences, but me he is keeping at arm's length. I think the way he found out and believed for so long that I cheated, and the fact he did not know what to do and was scared to tell his father, is what caused a lot of damage. And then for his father to say I know and it's okay, she is not cheating, is probably a lot to handle and not the reaction he expected. Instead of being relieved, he felt lied to and humiliated, all the pain he went through believing I had cheated. And I understand that now. It's just been very hard since I have not been able to even give him a hug in a long time now. I touched his shoulder to remind him of something and he froze and looked really uncomfortable. So that's the update. Not really happy, I'm sorry to say, and it's been hard and we have stopped all dates since obviously, but not sure what more I can do but to give him space and hope he finally decides to speak to me again. Update 2. Hi, OP here. Well, a year later now he at least talks normally to his father, but he is keeping me at an arm's length. Literally have not been able to give him a hug since before this happened. He finally opened up to my husband to what excellently he discovered, and it was a picture of me and one of my partners taken at a resort. My husband tried to explain and I apologized to him for what he saw because I was the one who said it was okay to use iPad. I did not close the damn tabs and forgot to log out of my account. He has not acted out, but he seems to have closed it from me completely and only me. He talks to everyone normally now except me, so that's the update.